I'm Alex Roy, JF Musial,
Hey.
The Road Testament. This week, big changes. We've read your comments, so we decided to improve things around here. I'm not wearing a jacket.
I am.
I'm not going to interrupt you.
Thank you.
We've done some research, real
Plenty.
facts and figures.
You just interrupted.
Sorry. And we are going to pick a new topic each week, a high-level topic, starting with manufacturers. This week,
BMW.
are they the new GM?
I think so.
And the question is there a single BMW made today you'd rather own than one was made back in the day?
I have plenty
Starting on the Road Testament this week. Now.
this week.
Royal Purple is the performance oil that outperforms. More power and torque, reduced wear, better economy, longer oil life. It's so good that 25 out of 28 of America's top high-performance engine builders relied on it at this year's Engine Masters Challenge. Why? Royal Purple delivers real-world performance. Royal Purple, the performance oil that outperforms.
Brand engineering, model bloat. Is BMW becoming the next GM? Now, obviously, I'm a BMW guy. I own an E39, a 2005 series.
Multiple.
Multiple. And I think you'd agree, 2000, 2001 was a high watermark for BMW. Every single car they made was a segment killer. How many cars did they make? 5, 6 cars.
3 Series, 5 Series.
7.
7.
Z8.
Z8.
X5.
Yeah. X5 and Z3.
Z3. Well, Z3. In any case, BMW pretty much owned 2001. Everything they made was awesome. But people forget that BMW wasn't always the prestige brand it is today. Go back 20 years, 30 years.
It was nothing like
Nothing.
it is.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Tell us, where did they come from?
It all started after World War I. As you should know by the name of BMW, it was a motor company that, after the Treaty of Versailles, turned into a motorcycle company. They produced small scooters, bikes. After World War II, they actually acquired the Zeta brand, put their small motorcycle motors into
A funny-looking little thing.
bubble car, and then from there they built a few cool cars, the 507 of course, into the 80s when they actually launched what I think is what really changed the company, the E30.
Well, I think what really changed the company was, well, the 2002,
2002,
70s,
yeah, okay.
buyers of that car
Yeah.
grew up and wanted to buy another BMW. And they bought the 3 Series and the 5 Series in the 80s.
Yep.
And then you had this explosion of driving dynamics, chassis development, technology, I mean, really, and great design.
All the way up to about 2001, which was the pinnacle of BMW's portfolio.
They made, what, 6 cars? 6 models in 2001. Let me ask you this. Today, how many models do they make?
It's close to 8 or 9. It's
No,
10,
it's like
10.
14.
Well,
Like
yeah.
1, 3, 5, 7, 6.
X3, X5,
the GT funny car, the
5
funny one.
Series GT.
A lot of cars.
The new, we're not supposed to say M1 supercar.
Whatever. But let me ask you this then. What makes BMW BMW?
You know what? I have to say it's got to be the driving dynamics. It's the brand that has built itself to be a driver's car.
I actually,
I know you're going to
in theory, I mean, I agree, but what makes BMW BMW is from the mid '80s through 2001, every single model they made was a segment killer, and that's a lot easier to do when you make 6 cars. All right, the Z3 maybe not so much.
But it had its place. It is not, the Z4 now is overbloated. The Z3 back then,
well,
I would compare it to a modern day Miata.
Let's look at the entire lineup today. Twice as many cars. Is every single car they make a segment killer?
No.
The One.
The One is good. It's actually one of the better cars in the lineup today.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
You have to have it? Do you have to have it?
No, you don't have to have it, but
The 3.
it's okay.
Neck and neck with the Audi models that it competes against. The 5.
The outgoing generation of the E60 was terrible. We'll get into the bagel.
Wrong. Disagree. But
We're going to get into that.
Segment killer?
No, not by
The 7.
by far stretch. The 7.
Segment killer?
The new 7. No.
Okay. X5.
Old X5, not new X5.
X6.
No, absolutely not.
It's its own segment. It's a great answer to a question no one was asking.
Yeah.
Okay. X3.
No.
What do we? Z4.
The Alpina.
Alpina. Oh, that's a separate issue.
Yeah.
So, did you like Bangle's designs?
No. I felt going from the E39 to the E60 it was terrible.
I agree with you, but, and I've been the biggest Bangle hater ever, but if you look at Bangle's designs now and compare them to the brand new replacement cars, Bangle, you yourself said it, he wasn't ahead of its time then, he's ahead of his time now.
Yeah.
In fact, I kind of miss Bangle designs because they were true to what made BMW unique. Not only were they awesome driving cars, not only were they segment killers in every category, they looked like what they were. Sharks.
They didn't look good, but they were so different, so radical.
They were BMWs.
I could see the E65 series in a museum.
The Claudia Schiffer of cars. I mean, not everyone's taste, but gorgeous. I'm telling you. You can think about that.
No, you're right. You're right. The E65 series has its place. Its place is not now. It was not 4 or 5 years ago, and it's not 2, 3 years from now. It's in 10 years.
What killed GM?
Too many brands. Too big. Too bloated. Wrong cars, wrong time. Exactly what we're talking about.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
Okay.
Now, I continue to love BMW, but the real question, in fact, the proof behind what we're suggesting here is there any BMW that has come out that's available now you'd rather have over any past BMW?
Over 2001 model year.
Okay. 3 Series?
No, I would take
then
the,
or now?
I would take the E46. I would take the E39. I would take the old 7 Series by far. I would
X5?
I would even take the Z3 over the Z4.
Okay. And there's no equivalent to the Z8 today.
No.
Whatever that new M1 car is coming out.
It won't be as good. It won't.
The R8 killer. But if Audi is coming out with an R8 3 years ago, and BMW is just announcing the R8 killer is coming, something's wrong there. And I love BMW, and I hate to say it.
Here's another problem. Audi has TDI. They focused on TDI through Le Mans, ALMS. The racing program has been focused around TDI, and then through that program, they've developed road cars.
Where's the relationship between racing and the road cars for BMW?
I don't know.
Is what you're saying?
They've got BMW has hydrogen. They've got electric. They've got diesel.
And they have the four-wheel drive.
None of which translates into the motorsport program.
And none of those things, diesel, hydrogen, electric, or four-wheel drive, although they're all available in various models, they're not available across all models, which is what makes Audi consistent.
That is true.
And so these things are all feel like footnotes to the BMW brand. It's as if they know that's not what their brand's about, but they have to offer it. You define what made BMW so awesome in 2001, which was, segment killers, every model, driving dynamics, focus of design, and clarity in the public mind of brand. What manufacturer defines those things today?
Porsche.
Right. How many models does Porsche make?
They have 4 base cars that all have different variants.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they define those things perfectly.
Yeah.
Perfectly. Love them or hate them.
I think we have to get to the basis and conclusion of what we want to ask you. Is BMW getting too big?
Do you want to buy a new one or an old one? That's a simple question.
Yeah.
And that's what kills manufacturers. And next week we're going to discuss, is Mercedes becoming the new GM? That's next week. JF?
Good job, man.
Good to see you.
Yeah.